Hi, I'm Amelia, but people just call me Millie. And my boss blames me for the way the cafe I'm working at is losing customers. But let me tell you what the real reason is. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And click the notification bell icon, because it really helps us a lot. I live alone in the city. I don't know where my mom is. She's an artist of sorts. She paints and does sculptures, but I think motherhood was never her thing. Even when I was small, she was never around. She would always disappear, driving around the country, doing God knows what, never being there when I needed her most. So I learned not to depend on her or anyone else. As for my dad, he left us when I was 8. He already has a new family, and he's never wanted to see me. So I put myself through school and worked as much as I could. Things were okay for a while, and I knew I could take care of myself. Until one day, my boss came barreling out of his office and looked at me as if I'd dropped an innocent puppy from a bridge. "You!" "Yes, sir?" "Look around. What do you see?" I didn't know what he was asking, so I tried my best to think about what he meant. But then I was so nervous at how his voice was raised, so I panicked and said, "Chairs? Tables?" My boss took offense. "Don't you be sarcastic with me, young lady. What I see is an empty cafe." I'm sorry, sir. I wasn't being sarcastic. I wasn't sure. You stand around here doing nothing while I have to pay you. Where are the customers? Why isn't anyone coming into the cafe? I don't know, sir. It's you. Look at yourself. Look at how ugly you are and how awful you dress. You're too colorful. Nobody wants to be served by some silly girl with black and pink hair. And your clothes. What is up with that overly high waist and those oversized shirts you keep wearing? Get some new clothes. You should wear clothes that hug your figure. Show it off for the customers. We can't do much about your face, but you could at least look presentable. But, sir, I don't think it's me. There are new people coming in here all the time, but the moment they see the menu, they leave. And a lot of them complain about the look of the place. People say it's too old-fashioned and stuffy. Whap! My boss slapped me across the cheek. Who do you think you are? Coming in here telling me my style is old-fashioned? I built this place up myself. I may not own this place, but every single thing in here, I worked on. I was the one the owner trusted to style and run this place. How dare you insult my menus? People love my stuff, and you don't know what you're talking about. But, sir, I'm not the one saying it. It's the... And my boss slapped me across the other cheek. You impertinent child! Shut your mouth! Shut it, or you're fired right here, right now! The manager dragged me back in the kitchen and threw an apron on my face. Stay here. From today on, you'll have nothing to do with the front. I have to make sure your unpleasant look doesn't turn away any of my customers. I don't even understand why the owner hired you in the first place. Clearly, you have no sense of style, and don't you dare change my recipes. I will be away for a couple of weeks, and when I come back, there better be people in the cafe. Day in and day out, I stayed in the kitchen, and every single time there was an order, it would be returned to the kitchen. Customers would complain that the food tasted horrible, and some items tasted like cardboard. And so, despite being told not to alter anything, I did, little by little. I changed the food to match the taste of the younger crowd who were our main market. And little by little, the customers started coming back. They even came to tell me how good the food was. It's a shame the outside looks like it does, but the food and the coffee's amazing. We'd come back more if the place was a bit more modern. Can you do anything about the decor? As long as I was making a difference and making customers happy, I was happy. All I wanted was to get the cafe back to where it used to be before the new manager took over. After all, if the place would keep doing badly, it might close, and I'd lose my job. And I needed my job to pay rent and feed myself. One day, I was just finishing up my shift when I decided to look at the problem from the customer's point of view. I clocked out and ordered a coffee for myself. I sat outside and took my apron off. But just before I could sit, a customer approached me. "Hi, do you work here?" Yes. Can I help you with something?" "Oh, yeah, I was wondering if you'd be our waitress for the evening." "Oh, sorry. I work in the kitchen, and I've just finished my shift. But, sure, anything for our customers. I'd love to help you out. We do have a couple waitresses available right now as well. Are you unhappy with their service?" "Oh, no, not at all. But I think they might be too fussy or something. They're just dressed so stuffy. And I tried to get their attention earlier, and they snobbed us. I thought this place would have a more laid-back, modern feel, you know? I came here because I saw your food on Insta. But when we came in, it looked like the place is from a different decade altogether. It's like the 1950s in there. Do you think you could suggest to maybe make it fit in with your customers a bit more? I mean, the town is a college town, not a retirement estate." "What are these changes you're talking about?" We both turned towards the yelling man. It was my manager, and he had just returned from his trip. He was furious. "And what is this? I saw the new Instagram posts, and my food has changed. Didn't I tell you not to change anything? How dare you?" I'm sorry, sir. Are you the manager, perhaps?" "Yes, I'm the manager, and what of it?" I just want to say, as a customer, and I think most of the customers think this, the cafe is too old-fashioned. It looks like someone's grandfather threw up in there with all the lace and doilies, and it smells of wet cats. Who do you think you are? You're just a customer here. You're not the manager of this place. If you want to drink coffee at some hipster place, go downtown. Or go to a Starbucks. And you, Amelia, you're fired. Get out. Get out, both of you." "What's this?" We all turned around. It was the owner of the cafe. His face shocked at what he'd just witnessed. The manager immediately went to him and welcomed him to sit. The owner just dismissed him. "Sir, Mr. McDaniels, sir, nice to see you here. May I ask, why are you here?" "Because it's my cafe. Do I need a reason?" No, sir. Sorry, sir. "I came here because I wanted to congratulate your team. I just got tagged in an Instagram post, and I have to say, this is the most engagement I've ever seen our cafe's page has gotten since you've been here. But may I ask, why are you shouting at a customer, Eric? And why are you shouting at the one responsible for the positive changes in our food?" Sir, I instructed her to keep things as they are while I was away, but she's been making these changes without my permission. And they've resulted in a doubling of profits from the last month. You should be thanking her, not scolding her. And where were you? Another holiday? Did you even ask for my permission for that?" Sir, You run this place to the ground with your awful taste. You take holidays without my permission. You fire the only person who's turning this place around, and you scream at our customers? What kind of manager does that? "I'm sorry, sir." "A bad one, that's what." "It won't happen again, sir, I promise." "You're right. It won't happen again because you're fired." "Sir, please, no." "I'm promoting you, Millie, as our new manager. With all the positive changes you've brought to this place, I'm confident you'll take better care of my establishment." "Sir, thank you. Thank you so much for seeing my potential. But if I become manager, we'll be short one person in the kitchen." "There you go, Eric. Turns out you're not fired after all. You'll work in the kitchen from now on. And I expect but complete obedience for your new manager. Otherwise, one mistake and you're done. Thanks again, Millie. Update me on how everything goes. I'll get some funds available for you to redesign the whole place as you see fit. After all, you're the one who knows what the customers like. We'll keep in touch, okay?" And just like that, Eric's fortunes and mine were reversed. The customer he shouted at stuck her tongue out at him and walked away. I handed Eric his new apron for the kitchen, and when he wouldn't take it, I reminded him that he was in debt and needed the job. "Fine," he said, and then he walked into the kitchen, following my orders and never doing anything to put one toe out of line. I redesigned the cafe with Mr. Daniel's help, and with his money and my taste, the place looked like it belonged to this decade again. Soon enough, hipsters and college students, a younger, more energetic crowd, began to hang out there. We had quadrupled our profits in a month, and our Instagram blew up. Our food and decor got shared everywhere. Our local business magazine even did an editorial of the cafe and me. Our reviews went up from 1 star to 5 stars, and every day the cafe was full. I was finally able to earn much more than before, and with every success I achieved, Eric grew more and more jealous of seeing me get the things he never could. I'm just happy the place was doing well, and that finally I triumphed over my bully.